Hey guys, Joe Tunney here at Honda of Seattle and Toyota of Seattle here in downtown Seattle. This is called the Soto District, just south of the downtown stadiums. We have Safeco Field, CenturyLink Field, the Space Needle, and all of downtown Seattle. This is the vista from our 6th floor mezzanine. This building is absolutely huge, and it is the building that houses both Honda of Seattle and Toyota of Seattle, the only known to me combination Honda Toyota dealer in the world. I don't know of any other one that does it that way. The beauty of having both brands, of course, is people think they need to shop one versus the other all the time, and we get to have both. And so if you want to take a look at a Honda Accord, we're not going to tell you it's any better than the Camry if we don't believe that. We're not going to tell you the Camry is any better than the Accord if we don't believe that. Whatever one you want, we sell them both. And so the purpose of this, though, is if I had to choose between the all-new 2016 Honda Accord and 2016 Camry SE, which one would I choose? And the working here and getting to enjoy both, I probably have a fairly good idea of which one makes more sense for me, and maybe that works for you, and let's find out if it does. Let's start by popping the hood on this 2016 Camry SE. 178 horsepower strong. Now, one of the beauties of selling Toyotas is that Toyota customers are about the most loyal customers in the whole wide world, and why wouldn't they be? You have a car that goes 200,000 trouble-free miles, you just go get another one of those, and you don't really overthink it. And so often when you sell cars for a living, customers are just like researching to death this car versus this other car, which one makes the most sense. Most of the time, Camry people particularly, but Toyota people as a rule, once they've owned one, they just want more of those. You can only own so many cars that give you so many headaches in your life, and then you own one that's just the most trouble-free thing in the whole wide world, and you're done. I mean, that's just how it is. And so 178 horsepower, not the most giant horsepower in the whole wide world. This does come available with the V6 engine as well. It's just the 4-cylinder by quite a margin outsells the 6-cylinder because it's nice to have the option of more power. It's just for more people, this is great. It drives beautifully, it gets fabulous gas mileage, and more importantly, it lasts forever. And so if I was picking a car for me, longevity, that's going to be a big part of the equation. I'm going to take a close look at the Toyota Camry. Let's pop the hood on the Honda Accord. Now, I've owned 13 Hondas in my life, so I have a pretty good idea about their longevity as well. Now, these two cars are car number 1 and 1A as far as the best build quality of any car ever made. They really are the top of the top. There is no close second place. I love companies like Mazda and Ford, and they've made amazing strides as the years have gone on, but unfortunately, so is Toyota and Honda, and it's just an impossibility for other brands to catch up to these two. They just do something so well that the others just can't follow up with, and that's build a car that at 175,000 miles, not only is still a great car, but it's still worth a lot of money, and when you put it on Craigslist or wherever it is that you advertise in your hometown, lots and lots of people call because that's what they want. And other brands, and I love Hyundai and Kia and all these other brands, they make really, really nice stuff. It's just, once the car crosses 100,000 miles, go try and sell it, and that's what the world thinks of that car. You just can't go wrong with either one of these cars as far as that. They have legendary resale value because they have legendary reliability. There's no other way to say it. The Honda has a little bit better horsepower than the Camry does. I'm big on horsepower. You don't feel it so much, though. A little bit more horsepower is just a little bit different. And so the CVT transmission in this transmits power in its own kind of Honda way. It's fairly quick, it's not fast. I actually think that the Camry with the lower horsepower is a little bit more lively. And so if I was basing this just on fun to drive factor, so far I think I would pick the Camry, even though I do like the Accord quite a lot. Style wise, well, they both look nice in the front. I know a lot of people kind of ridicule both of them for looking a little ungainly in the front. I think they're both actually really, really good looking. I'm wowed with how different the Accord looks. All the small changes in the 2016 Accord have completely changed the way I perceive this car. I think a lot of people feel the same way. Let's take a look inside. Now, the seats are very, very comfortable in the Accord. All the power seat buttons, very simple, very normal. It feels nice. It feels new and modern and fresh. I really like the interior in the new Accord quite a lot, and I feel like I spent some real money here. This is a car in the upper middle 20s. It doesn't feel like upper middle 20s to me. It feels more expensive than that. In fact, it feels a lot more expensive than that. Taking a look in back, well, although I'm 6 feet tall and I have tons of space in the front, I mean, look at this space in the back. Are you kidding me? This is huge. I have 3 kids. My boys are all pretty big. Boy, they would be all kinds of comfortable back here. And that's 3 boys would be all kinds of comfortable back here. This is a lot of room in the back seat. And so we'll take a look how the Camry compares. But so far, I'm real impressed with the Accord. Let's pop the trunk and take a peek in there. The EX model has LED tail lights. That's kind of nice. It has LED fog lamps as well. Now, the trunk, all I'm using the trunk for is 2 things. Costco and dry cleaning. That's all I ever use for anything. Is this big enough for me to go to Costco and really load up for bear? Heck yeah, it is. It's huge. This is a really, really great trunk. If I wanted to become some kind of avid golfer or something like that and I want to load up the clubs and all that, yeah, you have more than enough room for that kind of lifestyle stuff. And then lots of flat width for laying down dry cleaning and what have you. In fact, it's got the floor mats in here to give you kind of a perspective of just how much size is in there. I mean, your dry cleaning, you can fit two wide sets of dry cleaning in there. It really is spacious. And then again, fold down rear seats. So I like that quite a lot. Style, well, it's that kind of long, sleek personality the 2016 does that the 2015 didn't have. And I do like that quite a lot. This is a really nice looking car. Even though this might not be the color that I would pick, I still like it. I like it a lot, in fact. But I also like the Camry a lot. And the Camry has a little bit more of an edgy personality, which is funny for me because being a lifelong Honda owner, it's always Honda that's had the edgy personality. Camry's been kind of the old-timers car. But this is not the case at all with the 2016 SE. The Camry's got the fun personality. The Honda is more of the dullard of the two. I like that dullard personality, don't get me wrong. It's more professional, if you're wearing a suit or something like that, you feel a little bit more appropriate in the Accord. If you're in your sweats and you're out having a great time, you just like to drive fast and take turns and that sort of thing, the Camry kind of speaks to that end of my personality. The gear shifter with the blue stitching, the blue inserts on the seats, the nice cool stereo system, the white base gauges, all this stuff is stuff that I like quite a lot. I love the steering wheel, the paddle shifters. It's just really, really nice. And so this looks like a fun car that I could really enjoy driving for a long, long, long time. Space, I got plenty of space. In fact, I got too much space. I can scoot up. And I'm feeling pretty good. Let's take a look at the back seat. Plenty of room in the back seat. Not acres of space like the Accord, just plenty of room. And so I don't need a giant car necessarily if it's going to take away the fun. So long as the space works, then that's good enough for me. And this does work. More is better, but this is just fine. Let's pop the trunk. The trunk is approximately as big in the Camry as it is in the Accord, and it also has fold-down rear seats. And so, again, using that same bit of perspective here, if I take these nice big floor mats and throw them in there, you can see that you have a lot of room for dry cleaning and all your other goodies. So if you like to go shopping and dry cleaning, if you like golf clubs or whatever it is that you have in the back of the trunk, you're going to do just fine in the Camry. It might not be quite as user-friendly space as it is in the Accord, but honestly, these are very modest little distinctions between the two. Both of them have really nice trunks. Nice spoiler in the back, pearl white paint. I love this paint. I can't get enough of this paint. It's probably my single favorite color of any car. I love pearlescent paints. They last a long time too, which is really nice. Again, very stylish. A little bit edgy, again, with that blue insert on the seat. It's not something you would expect maybe from Scion, but not from the parent Toyota brand. Cool wheels, cool colors, cool car. Now, one thing I'm just going to reach in here and grab is just to showcase what we call one price. And how one price works is, oops, we're going to let that slide down there for a second. How one price works is, it's just that, it's one price. So if you go on our website, you go, hey, this car says it's $25,800, even though the MSRP was $26,550. That's just it. It's just $25,800. There is no second sticker. We don't try and add floor mats, pinstripes, wheel covers, special treatment, dealer markup, regional something or other, whatever all dealers are doing to try and get you to pay a little bit more for a car. We don't have anything like that. So if the market vacillates where one car is particularly strong, say the Camry against the Accord, it's just going to adjust the price down on the Accord so that the Accord is always 100% competitive, not just with the other Accords on the market, but with other competitive cars. And being Honda and Toyota, we get a really good idea of what stuff is really worth to be right on the market, not just competing with our rival dealers. And so the one price as a salesperson is great because I never have to go to the manager to ask anything. If you come in and you say, hey, I like this Camry, it's $25,800, what do I need to do? You need to sit down, grab a pen, grab a cup of coffee, and we're going to do some paperwork. We're done. And it's like, well, wait a minute. I mean, don't you have to go back to your manager and finalize the numbers? No, that's not how a one price store works. You're just done. It's like if I go to Best Buy and the TV's $600, it's $600. We're done. And so it's like, well, don't I need to go into the finance office after the deal? No, that's a traditional dealership. Finance office is just their best salesperson who tries to get you into buying stuff that, of course, are super high margin for the dealership and of utterly no value to you. They hope you're so worn out from the negotiating that when you get into their office, you just lay down for whatever they're offering. At a one-price store, we were already done at the $25,800, and so that's just it. $150 dock fee, license plates are about $300. Tax is whatever tax is. Where you live, we live, it's 9.9% here in King County. And so, but that's it. And so if you want to finance, yeah, whatever, credit union, Toyota rate, whatever you want to do, we're that easy. And so one price store, you're in and out in an hour. It's not like a traditional dealership. So we like you to know everything before you come in. We want you to know that if you like the Camry more than the Accord or the Accord more than the Camry, hopefully you've kind of researched this out and you go, you know what, I believe in these guys, and I chose the Camry and it really was that price and there was no other stuff, and I came in, I was in and out in an hour, and it was really great. So for me, I have to choose between the two. If it was my hard-earned money and my mid to upper mid $20,000 that I was spending, would I personally choose the Camry or would I personally choose the Accord? And to be honest with you, it's not that hard of a decision for me. And it's crazy because I'm a huge fan of the Camry, and I really wasn't that big of a fan of the 2013 to 2015 Accord, but I am flat out won over by the 2016 Accord. You'll be thrilled. You buy a Camry, let me tell you something. It's going to be the single smartest decision you ever bought a car. I mean, it's just, they're great. They have amazing resale value, and they last forever. It's a great choice. It's just being Honda and Toyota. We have two great choices, and if I had to pick one with my hard-earned money, it would be this one right here. I really am a big fan of this 2016 Honda Accord. And if you have any questions about anything that we have here at Honda of Seattle or anything that we have at Toyota of Seattle, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know what I can do to be of service to you. My name is Joe Tunney. I'm the pre-owned director of both Honda of Seattle and Toyota of Seattle. You can reach me anytime at joet@hondaofseattle.com.